What's up, guys? I'm KingDaddyDmac, and welcome back to another episode of Palworld. That's right. Today, I have a little quick thing for you. I wanted to show you I found an excellent place to find chromite. If you're a little bit in a bind or earlier game, or you don't want to do caving, of course, doing the caves are probably the best way to do it. But I found a nice little in-between spot that I wanted to share with you. If you don't know, chromite is this stuff right here. It is required to make the hexolite. It can be a little difficult to find, but there's a couple of things that are very helpful. For one, the metal detector. Also, of course, having a pal called Smokey, who has an ability to detect chromite, but also help you gather chromite faster. So before we get to the spot, I also want to point out this new research machine. Very, very useful, and you might notice in the mining section, it actually has, ways to mine faster. And then also when the kindling, it will have things for producing additional ingots. Yes, probabilities. So definitely want to check that out. A lot of cool things in there. Anyway, let's get to the spots for chromite. It's, of course, mostly over on the new Feybreak Island place. So where you're gonna want to go is to this spot right here. Let's fast travel there. I, of course, have a base there as well, but most people aren't going to have that. So moving on. From here, you pretty much... Come here, buddy. Come on. There we go. You pretty much just want to run over this way. You'll see this river going across. Just follow the river up. And right around here, you can see it over on the side of the mountain. We are going to be heading on over there. So let's plop on in. And I have to say, this is a pretty good chromite deposit for something that's kind of in the overworld. You can also slap a base thing in here. So you can just teleport on over for, on-demand chromite. I do not have an extra base spot, but definitely something you could do. All right, so once you get into here, it's called Scorched Hill. There's going to be loads of goodies in here and friendly pal tamer. Let's go ahead and talk to them. I think this guy gives you something. Yeah, look at that. Applied seed sowing technique. Pretty cool. All right, so let's go ahead. Pull out our Smokey. All right, you want to do your little ability? Check that out. So one there, one there, one there, and one there. 4 separate deposits. Then by having them out, you can also mine it a heck of a lot faster. I normally would get 50 chromite. Look at that, 100. So having this guy out doubled my output. So very, very helpful. And of course, this is going to depend on your server rates for how fast you can mine this stuff. But it's really annoying because unless you have a smoky or metal detector, it does not reveal itself. So pretty cool. I might as well also point out... Ooh, look at that Xenolord slab. Let's grab all these chests and the mushrooms because I'm going to need them anyway. I've showed in previous videos, but I'll show again where is the best and most abundant spot to find the Hexolite crystals. So let's go do that next. It's actually, you can go to the exact same teleporter. Let's swap back up to Jetragon. Make our way on out. And of course, this stuff, the Hexolite crystal, it's everywhere. So it's not a material you're gonna really miss. but finding a bunch of them very close together is a little difficult. So where we are, I believe this is where we're going to be heading, is right over here. So let's go check that spot out. And here it is. We have all 3 of the Hexolite crystals right next to each other. So really, really condensed, sweet spot for a base. A little dangerous up here, but I think it'll pay off. Also, a lot of meteor drops come in this area. So another good thing about having a base here, it is right next to the Warsec Terra. And again, this is the teleporter that we came in on. Right there is the cave for the Chromite. And then if you have a base over here for the Hexolite. And that's pretty much everything you need. So very sick. For the rest of the video, I want to show you guys a couple of other cool things about the update that I haven't shown yet in videos. But if you're looking for other cool base spots on this island, I did in the previous video go through what I thought were all the best base places. So you might want to go back and check that out. Anyway, let's head back to the base. I want to show you some new cool abilities that are added in the Feybreak update that I've come across in breeding. And also, because this is a Let's Play series, just show you what I've been up to. Let's see here. Let's collect this. I am loving, absolutely loving these things, the expeditions. They get so many ancient civilization cores, and it's just so simple. Plus, you need the manuscripts for doing the PAL research, and that is, I think, probably the fastest way to get them. I have so many now. But anyway, just going here, we're working towards, and hopefully later today, if not tomorrow, we're going to be taking on the Feybreak Tower, but that's what I'm currently preparing for. Let's go ahead, auto assign, and boom, I did research on this, and look it, I'm down to only 7 minutes and 30 seconds per expedition. It is absolutely insane. Little annoying though, you can only have 1 expedition site per base. Yeah, you can, even if you have enough room, it's ginormous. Also a little annoying, pals get stuck on it sometimes. But anyway, you can only have 1 per base. So important that you take advantage of that. And at that time rate, you could pretty much just swap around to each of the different bases, and you know, the time would go through. So really, really cool addition. Ooh, and before we go back, I meant to get this supply drop. Bada boom. In the supply drops, you can get Chromite as well, which is super helpful, and fairly decent amount. I guess it's not that much, but hey, it's some if you're struggling. Also, to point out, you definitely want to take advantage of these supply drops as much as possible in the new Feybreak area, because they have pretty high probability. I get in nearly every supply drop blueprints for the Hexolite armor and headpieces. It switches between those, and then usually I get, I don't know why, but grenade launchers is what tends to be the possible weapon for coming in there. But absolutely, if you're doing the meteor supply drops, you want to do it over here in this new island until you have proper Hexolite armor. And also, just to point out, you can, of course, get legendaries. I have not, but you can. Small percentage chance you can get legendaries of all the new Hexolite armor and headpiece. So pretty cool. Okay, coming back into the base place. This new little book that we got, technical manual. Look at this. It actually, it's a rare book, and by reading it, it increases planting affinity of all pals by +1, which is kind of cool. I would not doubt that there's a technique book like this for each one of the abilities strewn around the map, maybe by talking to other people like that. I'm going to have to look into that Sounds pretty cool. Other important things we have done in previous videos, of course, you're going to want to build all the new stuff so you can upgrade your base to have now 30 pals at it. So very cool about that. Still disappointed that by the default game, it doesn't go above 4 bases. That would be nice. I know you can extend it yourself, but if it's not part of the base game, I don't want to do it. Next up, enhancing your player, the effigies. You can now go up higher for better catch rates, so make sure to do that. Boom. And it was actually 2 upgrades higher to get to max, so not bad. Let's see, other important things. I have currently been, oh yeah, and I wanted to point out, these are just things that I haven't talked about in other videos. The best way to get the new giant pal souls, of course, you'll find them dropped all around, but these are going to be used for upgrading your guys even higher than previous, and this is pretty substantial, but easy enough, just like you could with all the other pal souls. You can just grind giant pals, or large pal souls, into giant ones, and those, of course, you're able to get large ones by disassembling Anubis. So that's why I almost always am breeding Anubis, and you can either butcher them yourself, or it's much, I feel like it's more humane. It's also a lot faster to make the PAL disassembly conveyor. Super duper handy machine. So many different things that you can get in this. I have talked about it in previous videos, but also a lot of different pals will drop. You can look up what each different thing is, but there are, what was I looking for here? Oh yeah, for the technology, you can get pals that will basically drop when you disassemble them, the technology books, so that you can just unlock an infinite number of technology and never have to worry about it. In fact, I do believe Anubis in himself is one of the ones that can drop it. I think so. I think I've got it a few times, but there's other pals too that you can do that are a lot better. Oh yeah, and I wanted to show you the new abilities. But anyway, this is all you got to do, and it will just give you all the pal souls you'll ever want and need. It's so much faster, assuming that you have a breeding farm for these guys. But look at that. 20 pal souls already. Craziness. That was from 10 eggs. Plus you get bones. All right, let's take a look at some of the new legendary abilities. So these are the ones I found so far. There may be more, but I think these are all the best ones. Demon God, for one. Very cool. Plus 30 in the attack, and then plus 5 in the defense. So definitely something that you're going to want. Looking at a pal with Musclehead, Musclehead will give you plus 30 in itself, and it kills the work speed. So in a setup like this, you'd probably, obviously better than Ferocious, you could either replace Legend or Musclehead, or have both. Get rid of Divine Dragon in that case. So I mean, it's going to be make pals a lot more powerful. Definitely something you want to get to with breeding. Vampiric sounded interesting. It absorbs a potion of the damage dealt to restore health. So basically the amount of damage that you deal, it will absorb health in that same amount. Plus it makes it so they don't sleep at night. Depending, I don't know exactly how that would work out, but it sounds cool. It sounds like something useful, especially in battles where you cannot heal your pals themselves. So definitely cool ability. Next one, Mastery of Fasting. This could be useful for your worker pals. Hunger decreases 20% slower. We have Heart of the Immovable King. This is going to be Sanity Drop plus 20% slower. Also, pretty good ability. So that might be the first legendary for that. Then I came across this one, Diamond Body. I'm not a huge guy on breeding in defense, but if you're looking to make a real bulky pal, a legendary for defense, it's plus 30. So all really cool abilities. Again, there may be more, but I think the two most important ones are going to be the Vampiric and definitely the Demon God. In fact, I'm going to have to rebreed a whole lot of guys to get that in. So, yeah, pretty neat to come across those abilities. Anyway, for me, I have been working towards, I'd like to take on the tower soon, but I came to realize I'm not prepared. It's going to be an ice type boss. And another pal that we can breed, if you breed Frostallion Nocturnal with Anubis, it will plop out the new pal. So really cool. I haven't gotten to breeding that yet. I wanted to make a little rule for myself that until we actually got into the tower and defeated the tower, that I was not going to get that pal yet. So what I am currently working on is trying to get... I love this, by the way. It is so cool. It's so quick. I just wish it didn't take so much electricity. I'm trying to get... We got to go with a fire type pal, but on the Kelpsy Ignis, also in the rubies would also do this. But WoW and Team increases attack power of fire pals. So what this is going to do, if I have a whole team of these guys with me, dramatically increase fire attacks, which is going to be useful against an ice type pal. And as far as my fire pals, also a little lacking. We have Blazemite Rue, which is very strong fire type, except it's also dragon type. So I don't know if that's going to be bad for a weakness, but definitely one of the pals that I will try out. Let's see. What we also have is Jormuntide Ingus, which same type of deal, very strong fire pal, but I don't know if the dragon weakness is going to be too much for it. Then we just have the normal Blazemutts. Also another option, not going to have the weakness, but not nearly as strong as a pal as the other two. So that's what it's going to be interesting to work out. I don't think there's any other fire pals. Of course, Suzaku. But Suzaku's really not that strong. I don't know if there's going to be any others that are going to be worthwhile in trying. So I'm going to probably rock those three. Another option, which this is getting annoying, having to breed up all the Kelpsies, because remember, we got to not only, this is what I'm going for right here, and I'm getting close, but I've spent already probably 20 hours breeding these guys. But it's just a pain. So I'm getting to it. Unfortunately, I didn't get it done in time for the video, which I'd hoped to have this video be doing that. But anyway, working towards it. This is what I'm doing. It's a slow progress. I really wish in the game they would have added something for breeding to at very least, have your pals pick up the eggs and like put them into the things here, because it takes a while. It takes a real long while, and I'm not using any mods to make it go faster. But these have been priceless as far as getting it done quickly. So anyway, I hope to have all the Kelpsies all finished and done for hopefully later today. We'll see how it works out. It'll be a video that goes up later, probably this evening or tomorrow at the normal time. But I am super excited because once we have the tower boss complete, that is going to unlock for us both a new expedition, this one right here, which is going to be able to give us Chromite. So this is going to be another way. I'll see how much it actually gives you, but you know, possibly a really good way of getting it at your base. It's also going to give giant pal souls And that next boss, once we get the tower boss done, that's likely going to be the pal that we go up against the next raid boss, the Xenolord. So once we have that done, we can start working on the raid boss. But anyway, guys, I hope this has all been helpful for you. Also working on getting my Hexolite armor, but I did make the advanced shield, so best one yet. But this baby's expensive. It does cost the ancient civilization quartz, and a lot of them. I think it was like 30. So yeah, go through it pretty quick. But anyway, guys, thank you all so very much for watching. It's been a pleasure. As you always do, please remember to show that amazing support by slamming that thumbs up button. And if you're new to the channel or you haven't yet, seriously, what are you waiting for? It is the perfect time to subscribe. Also, be sure to check out the Discord. Remember, we do have a Palworld server up for those of you that are looking for a place to play. Just head on over there for more info and come say hello. All right, guys, thanks again. See you next time. And as always, peace out.